Hello, friends. Welcome to your weekly announcements here at Trinity Church in Portland. A number of different announcements for the good of the order this week. The first, this Sunday is our Sunday to bring in Thanksgiving food items. We are gathering in as much food as possible to help Project Feed, as our neighbors who are facing food insecurity look forward to Thanksgiving. As we all know, food prices keep going up, and yet Thanksgiving is approaching. So this past Sunday, we had a list of different food items that you can bring in. Please consider shopping for those items and bringing them in this Sunday. We will gather them here in the church, offer them to God, and then take them over to Project Feed. Already we have about 10 frozen turkeys that have come in, stuffing, canned goods, all kinds of wonderful items. So we look forward to you bringing those items in. In addition, in this week's Herald email, there's a list of the different food items that you can consider donating. Thank you for your support and for your care for those who are hungry and facing food insecurity. Also, when you come to church this Sunday, you'll see on the large flip chart board out in the hall a sign-up sheet for our upcoming Christmas fair. There are all kinds of different ways for anyone to connect and take part in the Christmas fair. There are ways for you to help with prepping the space, ways for you to connect and take part in the actual fair on the first Saturday of December. So take a look at that nice big sheet of paper and consider signing up. Once you sign up, we'll get a hold of you. We'll talk about what the tasks entail. If you have any questions, we can always point you in the direction of Beth Johns or Alice Moyson, who can tell you more about all these different tasks. Anyone and everyone is welcome and warmly encouraged to participate. This Sunday, we have the 8 o'clock service and the 10 o'clock service. You are welcome and you are wanted at both of these services, where we celebrate the kingship of Christ and we dedicate a new chalice and paten which celebrates the bicentennial of the Diocese of Maine and of the state of Maine. We're a little behind the ball because of COVID, but it'll be a fun celebration nonetheless. Then this Sunday, after the 10 o'clock service at 11:30, middle schoolers and high schoolers, Trinity Service Corps is gearing up to make a difference with you once again. We will be taking $1,000 worth of resources and heading to Goodwill and to Martin's to buy winter coats and winter boots to help our friends at St. Elizabeth's Essential Items Pantry. We'll shop, we'll gather the items together, we'll take them over to St. Luke's, where we will then pack those items up and help them get everything put together. We'll also do some more work in the Essential Items Pantry, learn a little bit about what they do in their ministry with folks in need here in Portland. And of course, we'll have pizza as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. If you don't mind emailing me, my contact information is below. That way I can make sure to have all the supplies and all the drivers that we need. Then, Monday evening, 6 p.m. in the Ogden Room, we continue our adult formation program where we continue to look at some of the letters in the New Testament. We've just wrapped up looking at the book of Galatians. This week, we'll be looking at the first 3 chapters of the book of Ephesians. So come, we'll look a little bit at the basics about the book of Ephesians, and then we'll look at the first 3 chapters. You don't need to know anything about the book. This really is a place where we come bringing our questions, our doubts, our faith, and we spend time together talking and sharing. Last week was a wonderful session, and I hope you might consider taking part. Then, looking ahead to the future, to Sunday, the 27th of November, we enter into a whole new season of the church year, the season of Advent, where we wait and we watch for the coming of Christ. With that new season comes some real preparation. The church itself will change, the liturgy will change, the music will change, and then following the service, we'll start bringing things up into Lincoln Hall to get it ready for the Christmas fair. So plan on wearing some good shoes and helping to go downstairs to the basement and bring items up into Lincoln Hall. Then at 11:30, the Sacred Ground group invites you to a screening of Dawnland. This is a PBS documentary that looks at the reality of the life of the Penobscot people and the Wabanaki people who have lived here in Maine, and their experience of living here and dealing with the challenges of life in the state of Maine. It's an incredibly powerful and moving documentary that takes information that was learned by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that functioned during Governor LePage's governorship here in Maine. If you haven't already seen this documentary, it's well worth your time. We'll be meeting in the Ogden Room. We'll be screening it. There'll be some food that's provided by the Sacred Ground group. We'll watch it and have a conversation together. At this point, it looks like we've already got 9 or 10 folks who have signed up. In addition to the Sacred Ground group, we've got room for another 10 to 15 folks. So please consider taking part. If you don't mind signing up, we'd love to know to expect you so we can set up enough chairs. Also, children, during that time, will be doing a second cookie bake time in the church kitchen. So let me know if you're interested in taking part. Information below to reach me so that we can make sure to have enough dough and flour and supplies for you to make more cookies for the Christmas fair. Speaking of opportunities for children and youth, the Christmas pageant is coming. It will take place at the 4 p.m. Christmas Eve service. We already have baby Jesus cast in a role, and we have a number of other children who are signed up. If you are interested and willing in taking part, put your name down on the list right outside of Lincoln Hall, and we will start putting all the pieces together for this year's joyful telling of the story of the birth of Christ. Friends, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your connection to this place. Blessings be with you now and always. Take care.